Tondo
Impasto.
He wants water.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We're live.
We are?
Well, we're actually not live. We're recording.
Yeah, okay.
And so let's say good morning and
Good morning,
afternoon.
chin chin.
Chin chin. Welcome to Tondo Impasto. Oh, we've got a guest appearance today.
Yeah, Winston the tiger.
Winston, the little bear, the tiger bear. So my name is Amy,
I'm Kras.
and we are shooting this Vault episode, pre-recording it because I will be away. And so these are a little bit different than our regular weekly live streams where we go through paintings and we read descriptions and we have some other little surprises weaved in there. This time we are continuing on these Početne knigas. This is about your father, my grandfather, Boris Gorinov, and my grandmother, Jova Rajewska, your mother. Both of them were unbelievable artists.
Yeah.
But quiet throughout their entire life, just doing what they do, no fanfare, no big parades, no monuments in their name,
No.
just quiet heroes influencing culture, innovating, pioneering, teaching, doing all kinds of things. He's walking around. So the first 3 Vault episodes, we showed this book, which says Početna kniga, translated, it's Book of Honor. So this was done in 1987 when Boris would have turned 70, and it was his 10th solo exhibition. And the cat almost knocked over the lamp. It's okay. He's good now.
Wow, you picked up a nice chair.
Yeah, so he's going to be comfy there for a while. So anyways, we've gone through these unbelievable, notes from people, reviews. There are newspaper articles. There are letters and radio interview transcript and clippings and telegrams and photos. And this is my favorite, that it's a telegram from Kras here. Congratulations, good luck. Love, Krasi. So this was a really interesting find, and tucked away, kind of in between the boxes and the photos and everything else, are these 26 pages. And I'll just show you. They're photocopied. So this is not an original, but it's a different date. If you can see the year here.
78.
It's from 1978. So with the help of our AI robot friends, we translated them. And I think it's a pretty good translation for anything that you can read, because this is all, people just writing without the thought that they would later, how many years? 78. 40 years later that they would be read on a live stream on YouTube. So it's kind of a living historical document. And some of the most impactful statements here I've pulled together. But what I want to mention is that they're not like retrospective interpretations. They're written in the 70s. They're by students, by colleagues, by general audiences, and even international visitors. So it establishes that his work was recognized as exceptional in its own moment, not reinterpreted later. Or inflated after the fact. I mean, this was like in real time credibility, critical credibility. And some of the consistent language across all these voices, same ideas appear repeatedly. Small form, great meaning.
Yeah.
mastery, originality, emotional depth, intellectual and philosophical content. So this is not just polite
Yeah.
praise, right? I mean, this is like a shared perception of a distinctive artistic achievement. And, you know, this is how many years before this one? So it was like 10 years.
80, 78,
So from
86,
80,
it's about 12 years.
Yeah. So 78, 9 years.
9 years.
Yeah, 9. From 78 to 87, 9 years. But he was almost philosophical
Yeah.
and thoughtful with his work, and there was a lot of emotional. He's putting that in the form of a composition.
Yeah.
And so they call it emotional and intellectual impact, not decorative art.
Exactly.
Right? I thought that's an interesting, because decorative is something different.
Yeah, yeah. It's not to decorate your couch. Yeah.
Right.
It's a real art, you know. You can't decorate anything, you know. It's art itself.
Right. It's really.
And you can put it in a big wall out there somewhere, and people will notice it. They'll go and look at it
Right.
and say, "Wow, what is that?" You know, it's an art.
Yeah. I mean, it really, now that we're, you know, almost like 30 live streams in,
Yeah.
that's the thing that just keeps coming up, that it's just a whole world inside a tiny little format.
Yeah.
And it's that they position him as an artist operating on conceptual and emotional levels. And a lot of students write that his deep personal influence on them, long-term memory and respect. They identify him as both an artist and a mentor. And it extends his importance into the cultural transmission and influence. So there's also French and Italian people that say he has an ability to communicate across cultures.
Yeah.
So it kind of removes that argument that, oh, he was only appreciated locally as an amateur. that we saw.
He is open for the whole world. His art is like that, you know. It's there's no language stopping,
Right.
and it's emotions. You know, anybody can experience anywhere in the world
That's right.
the same, almost the same way. You know. So it's very. I mean, it's unbelievable, those little windows of the soul, and he did a great job. Great job. He's probably, I think he's probably the pioneer of the whole thing, you know, of the miniature art, I mean.
Right.
Not anything else.
Not the decorative stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing something that, as a human, just the same way that music can make you feel something,
Yeah.
his little miniature paintings make you feel something.
Yeah.
And you don't have to be Bulgarian.
No.
They were from Bulgaria, by the way, for those of you who are new and just tuning in. So bottom line, when you put all these, you know, together, and we'll read a few of them because they're actually quite poetic, it's establishing that he was technically masterful, that he was formally innovative in this miniature scale, emotionally and intellectually impactful, recognized as original in his own time, respected as both artist and teacher, and, you know, international acknowledgement. So it validates, these are his paintings, they're his originals, and others recognized and responded to it.
Yeah, and that's the most important thing of the whole thing, is that this is not the professional critics. This is people, ordinary people, that they go see the show and they put whatever they felt like it, you know, So this is the best critics in the world when you get it from the real thing, you know, not from some paid critic that, you know, is going to come out this way or that way and make it like a circus, you know, trying, you know, to make it more important or this. And this is a very natural thing, you know. It's unbelievable, especially his students. I've seen him live, you know, when I was in Bulgaria. When they find out that I'm his son, oh, they come up and they say, your father is something, you know. They start talking about him, the mentor and the philosophy and the art that he did. So until nowadays, there are thousands of Bulgarians that respect him so much that they go to his grave all the time and put some flowers and stuff like that. It's incredible, like their own father, you know.
Yes, exactly. That's you say it so well.
Yeah.
And it really reminds me of the times that we're living in now, and what is greatness, and like, how do you define someone's life and what made it great? And when you mentioned that these are real people giving their real, you know, honest interpretation of what they see, and some of them are actually like probably critics and, you know, other artists and stuff, fellow colleagues and stuff like that. But now it's like you can pay for that. You can pay for recognition. You can pay for a good review. And it's all like, you know.
And it's up to the, you know, to the guy that owns the newspaper or whatever.
Right.
So he's got the last word.
Correct.
And, you know, if not political correct, you're gone.
Right.
Or, you know, they got to come up with some BS, you know, and stuff like that. This is what the reality.
This is the truth.
This is the truth.
This is the truth. And the thing is, and so just why we do this every single day, Monday through Friday, live stream, although right now we're recording. I want both Boris and Yova to be world known. Household name.
Yeah.
Like Picasso.
Yeah.
Like Monet.
And even better than Picasso, because Picasso was a political figure.
Right.
Backed by political movements.
Right.
And these guys, these two people, are nothing to do with politics.
Right.
It's a true, real art.
And they didn't ever, I never heard them once complain like, oh, well, why am I not more famous? Why don't, you know, they just quietly created beauty.
Yeah.
Watching a geopolitical situation that they were living in destroy beauty in every single way.
Yeah.
If you had a beautiful church with beautiful murals and frescoes, painting over it.
Yeah.
Like just crushing the human soul, and they're quietly, just in their own little way, in their own little corner, doing something that has outlived them.
Yeah.
Right? How many people can say that? How, you know, and it's like, you know, I'm sure those of you that are watching, you have a grandmother, a grandfather, or aunt or uncle or something that they did something great. Maybe they were a good mechanic, or they were a good plumber, or they were a good doctor, or whatever it was, just quietly doing a good job.
Yeah.
And then who are the people that we have to, you know, applaud and celebrate and salute? People that operate on a completely different philosophical level, I think. I'm not in their brains, but they're paying for this notoriety.
Yeah.
And then we, as the people, because of, you know, this medium that we're using now, it's like, it's assigned to us what's beautiful. Oh, you got to think that this music is good, or this art is good, or this, you know, political movement is good. And it's like, is that really your original thought, or did someone shove that into your face and into your brain? And so here, It's the reverse. Boris and Yova created, and then people were allowed to say what they want about it.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what they accomplished the most, because people until nowadays they remember the show, the artwork, the piece of ceramic that I saw from my mother, and and they keep it, as a treasure. My mother's got so many pieces in Bulgaria that her name is very known between regular people.
Right.
And they keep it, it's like a treasure.
Yeah, well, it is.
Better than gold, because gold, you can come and go and get it for the price because the gold is so high.
Right.
And you can sell it, but they don't sell this. They keep it forever and they pass it to the generation. So.
Right. It's the value that they put on it is based on the feeling that they get from owning it.
Yeah.
I mean, what kind of a feeling do you get owning gold?
Nothing. It's
you probably feel like I'm so smart because I've got gold.
Yeah. Well,
because when the whatever happens with the currency, I don't know. I can't comment about that stuff. No disrespect to the gold hoarders, but I mean, unless it's made into beautiful jewelry, I don't know. It's just
it's an investment. So people with a lot of money, they don't want to lose it, and they just because it's going up and up and up, and they figure out well. But one day, gold is going to disappear, because what's gold? Silver is much more valuable than gold because it's been used in everywhere, in the industry and stuff like that. So gold is for the rings and the chains, and that's about all.
The rings and the chains.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, another thing that's valued, and this is, beyond just Boris and Yova, is art as well.
Yeah,
I think people invest in art because they perceive it to hold its value as well. And I guess, part of why we're doing this also is that this is we're honoring this stuff because we treasure it. I mean, taking great care to just really introduce people to it. So shall we read a couple of these fun...
go ahead.
The expressiveness, the grace, and the precision of the miniature compositions. These are truly masterpieces of art. I wish my colleague Boris Gorinov health and many new creative successes so that he may continue to delight us for many years to come.
Is that an artist?
So this one, the signature, the robot couldn't read it. I have never seen such a refined sense of form with such a delicate hand, yet at the same time so strong and expressive. Dear teacher, you are not only a good artist, but also a remarkable person. Thank you sincerely for everything you have taught us.
Wow.
Right? I feel fortunate to have encountered the fascinating world of miniatures created by my old teacher, Boris Gorinov. Few artists manage to express such beauty in such a small form and with such inspiration and precision. I wish you health, strength, and continued success. With a keen eye for the Bulgarian landscape, he reveals nature in a way that feels both intimate and new. We are glad of the presence of the master, Boris Gorinov.
Wow.
And that, that is true about the landscapes and the way he reveals them. Yeah. Because if you go back a few episodes when we were showing some of his Arizona ones, we've never seen Arizona landscapes like this.
And he projects the moment, that time, the hour of the day, and everything, in about 2 strokes. 1, 2. It's right there. And it represents better than any picture, any camera can do, because it gives the spirit insight, He was really a master, that the last one is the right thing. That and those are people that they're not relatives, they're not like I'm the son, I can say so many things. And they say, well, you know, that's his father, you know.
Right.
Those are people that common people
Right.
that they're expressing themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
So is when you call somebody like, okay, like for me, Amy, like sometimes people say Emche or something. Is it Bore? Or what do they say for Boris? Is it
Bore, yeah.
Bore? Is that
yeah.
because someone wrote, "Bravo, Bore."
Yeah.
Your works carry a quiet strength and speak with a refined, restrained voice. They reveal a sensitivity to nature and a deep understanding of form. I came to know the artist as a person, a thinker, and a creator. And in this exhibition, I once again felt the unity between artist and human being. His works are not simply images. They carry a living spirit. They speak of Bulgaria, of emotion, and of a sincerity that cannot be imitated. Such a person, such an artist leaves a lasting mark, not only through his works, but through his presence.
Wow. Do you have any of those French and Italian people?
Oh yeah, here's a French one right here. Marc Jean Le Gall. Contemplating your paintings. That's all he wrote. Contemplate. I mean, that's all you can do is just, what? Right?
Yeah.
Let's see if we can find... One person wrote, I am captivated by the magic of the miniatures. I admit I do not possess enough artistic language to fully express what I felt. After seeing many exhibitions, I rarely remain so deeply moved, but here something truly stayed with me. It is astonishing that in such a small space, so much beauty can be contained.
Yeah.
Looking forward to new exhibitions. I have a feeling, since this was in 1978, that this might have been his 6th solo exhibition. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I found something from I found an invitation from 1970, let me see if I can find it, from a couple of years before. And it said it was the 5th. So we'll build the timeline and figure it out. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I don't know if I'll be able to find it. So we know that in 1987 it was his 10th. And this one was 78, right?
78.
Yeah, 78. So I think, oh, here it is. So it's Boris Gorinov invites you to his 5th exhibition, Odkradnati Miguvi. Stolen moments. And that was on October 20th, 1972. I'll show you guys so you can see it. Yeah, so this is, so, you know, if you just kind of do the math, that one would be 72. So
6 years early.
Right, so maybe he
late.
had, so maybe he had more between 72 and this one, 78.
Probably.
Anyways, that's in Cyrillic, you guys, but it's it says Stolen Moments, December 20th, 1972 at 6 o'clock on Rakovsky 117.
Yeah.
Rakovsky 117, that's a different one than this one was on Ruski 6. So, you know, I guess he had different...
Yeah, there are a few galleries out there, so I was not, I was in 72, I was here in the States.
Yeah, I was born already.
Yeah.
You had just finished the Aragon Ballroom.
Yeah.
Do I still have the Aragon Ballroom in here?
It was 71, I guess.
Yeah, you in 71, you are on the cover of the Chicago Tribune.
Yeah. The first page, I was shocked.
First page, front page.
But it was such a famous ballroom that
There you are.
Chicago, they were very fond of it. And then later on became like a wrestling place, and I remember big boxes were coming out there. Became very, very commercial. But before it was like dancings and stuff like that. People dress nice and all kinds of dances with the drinks and stuff like that downstairs. And later on became like a commercial place. Change. And when you brought some pictures from Aragon Ballroom, I was shocked. It was some Mexican guy.
Oh, when I was in Chicago.
Yeah. And that was not my.
They painted over it.
They destroyed all my paintings.
They changed it.
Yeah, they made it like a Mexican tavern.
Like
It's kind of
whatever.
It was ugly.
Okay, but no disrespect to the Mexicans.
No, because they have a very good artist. But this guy, it was a kitsch.
Something kitsch. Yeah.
And what I did. And what he did, he destroyed some beauty, and I don't know why.
Well, he was getting paid, probably.
Maybe the guy that bought the ballroom
didn't like what you did, or something.
Well, it was kind of a bad neighborhood, so it became a bad neighborhood. So they're trying to promote the tacos, tequila, and stuff like that. So they made it like a Mexican restaurant.
Okay.
a huge one.
As opposed to a...
But I was shocked. I said, no, that can't be Aragon Ballroom, because it's.
But maybe it wasn't.
It was.
Are you sure I got the right place? Okay.
I saw the balcony, the column.
All right. So I did get the right place. Okay, so this is something that I really love. As we were even looking through this book, some people just felt inspired to write a poem.
Yeah.
Right? So this is a poetic entry. White are the peaks and the heights. The days are radiant and wondrous, drawn in beautiful lines. Nature comes alive and sings. Here is one of the brightest rays, shining in crystal tears. From every color emerge feelings, carrying light into every gaze. And silently we stand before your works, filled with quiet admiration. From the work flows a radiant youth, and in the soul I feel pride. Beautiful. That one's, so I basically just like uploaded each page, you know what I mean? And then, which I should mark which one's what. But I mean, can you imagine, like, here's a page, you guys. Like, that's not easy to translate. But, with our friend, our robot friends, Claudio. Dear Mr. Gorinov, your works are like delicate fragments that reveal a new, living world. The impressions they leave are strong and lasting, and they testify to the richness of your artistic vision. So this is all 1978. Another French entry.
Oh.
I love Bulgaria. Well, I can't do a French accent. I love Bulgaria and the Bulgarians. I had the happiness of seeing this exhibition, which deeply impressed me with its artistic level. It is for me the discovery of an art that I knew exclusively through reproductions, miniatures that are small paintings with great content. Space is not constrained within them. Rather, the artist gives freedom to the viewer's imagination. The artist transforms these works into emotional compositions. Through colors, they speak to us, they move us.
Wow.
So the thing that, takeaways are this extraordinary impact despite the small size.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Emotional and spiritual depth. the Bulgarian nature and spirit. So,
And it's unbelievable. Nothing. It's similar to the previous one. You know, everybody's got a completely different and beautiful way of saying. You know, what
even the guy that said, I don't even have the words, it was like, you know, so honest.
yeah,
Like, you know, just wow.
yeah.
I don't think that word wow existed back then.
Maybe they
Would say
discovered
wow
it.
now. They would just say wow, 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 wow.
Yeah.
Here is they evoke both calm and excitement at once. The harmony and mastery with which they are created cannot be described in words alone. So we've gone through about half of them. I don't know. What do you think? Should we stop here and then we can continue on tomorrow?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, well,
What do you think?
we can continue. Even now, even tomorrow. I don't know, whatever you feel like it. What time is it? Because
Yeah, so we might, I think probably let's just pause here, and we hope you come back to this next Vault episode where we'll finish this off and then we'll have some more surprises.
Yeah.
I think this is a good place to stop just because it's so much. I really want it to sink in. And, you know, we're obviously passionate about this and we're like, he's the best. But these people are also agreeing with us from 40 years ago.
Yeah.
Almost to the day. 40, 40, 70, yeah.
And so, is there any way, you know, the Bulgarian people, which they're watching, so they can see this in Bulgarian language, you know?
Yeah, well, so I have like photos of it because I had to send it to Claudio, so.
So we can put that, you know, for the Bulgarians to read it. You know?
Yes.
But probably it's going to take a lot of time, you know, because, you know, by the time you read one, it takes a long time, or maybe they can get it. I don't know how it works.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something to think about. Yeah. And actually, we just got a notification that YouTube is going to start translating us.
Yeah.
Like to other languages.
Oh, wow.
So as we're speaking, and I don't know if everyone gets this, but, you know, like Bulgarians will be able to hear us.
Yeah.
But we'll be dubbed in Bulgarian.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's kind of fun. I don't know when that's starting, but then Bulgarians will get to hear us.
Yeah.
Reverse translated. Okay.
All right.
Well,
ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao. Chin, chin.
Chin, chin. Until next time.
Until next time. Thank you so much. Please subscribe and have a very good one.
Yep.
Bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Thank you. Thank you for watching.
Tondo
Impasto.